is going? Okay, sorry. Very much scuff screen. I'm still trying to figure everything out. This is the first time that I've opened the overlay in a while, but we're here. We're back. DCRL streaming. I think it, from my side of things, it looks like it might drop frames, the stream everywhere. So we'll see how it goes. If it gets bad, when in doubt, we end stream. No biggie. But without further ado, we're gonna get into some Div B action here. We're versus, is that Schizofennecs? I would assume. Div B action tonight, little late, little last minute stream here. I was actually doing some homework when Eric came down and said, "Hey, are you streaming?" I said, "Nope," because I have homework. And then I finished it, and I was like, "Oh, we can stream." So shout out to little co-caster over here, Swamp Donkey, man. Thanks for the shout.
Thank you, Pookie. Anytime, anytime.
Anywho, we're gonna go over to some caster, or not, I don't know why I'm saying caster screen, but division stats here. Shout out to Coop for sharing that stuff with me last minute here. I got it with about 2 minutes left until the hype video, so shout out him. But obviously we see WHIRL and Schizofennecs. 0 stats across the board because they have yet to play, because this is week number 1. So we're going to kind of see what the stats are here. Unfortunately, my team did lose, so that sucks a little bit, but we're going to just shoot over to some WHIRL stats here. And I'll let you, Swamp Donkus, talk about these guys here for a second.
Yeah, you know, the standout here, I mean, there's no stats, obviously. It's the first week. But Penn and Fighting Hamster, reigning Division B champions last season, and they're slotting in Mitch for their third man. And, you know, them switching out their third man, that isn't new. They actually had a sub on LAN after ending the 1 seed and took it all. So these two know how to play with new teammates, and I don't think it's going to be any different here. I think this is going to be a powerhouse, especially early on in the season.
Yeah, no, for sure. Obviously, like you had said, like Penn and Fighting Hamster, very dominant. And my emphasis on Fighting Hamster, he has always been debatably the most consistent player in Div B. You can't not respect his touch, because he will get it. But we're gonna go over to some Schizofennecs stats here. Obviously led by Styles, followed up by the Boom, and then Daryl. Styles known kind of for his mechanical side of things. When he needs to, he can get very mechy. I believe he dropped out of Div A, maybe? I don't know if he was Div B or A last semester, but regardless, he does have a very, very high ceiling. He can go crazy. And then from here, we got the Boom and Daryl. Unfortunately, off the top of my head, I'm not super knowledgeable on either of these two, but I do know that the Boom has been grinding like crazy. At some point, I remember him being about C1, C2, and then as of recent, I've been seeing, hey, can I get a GC1? Maybe we can get up to GC2. So props to that guy for, you know, grinding, climbing ranks and whatnot. And then Daryl, unfortunately, don't have much to say about you. I recognize the name. I haven't seen you too much, though. So, hello. Maybe this is your standout night to prove a point to me. But we're going to try to get this so on the road. I hear a bunch of, whatchamacallit, I hear a bunch of pings coming from the lobby here. So we're going to get this match going. And while we get this going, what is your prediction going on for tonight, Swamp?
You know, I put my boost on Schizophennecs, and I think I want it to happen because I think it'd be cool to see another team not be the powerhouse, but I think WHIRL's just going to take it. I think they take it in 4. I think the camp is unmatched.
WHIRL in 4, fair enough. Obviously, like WHIRL usually says, I'm going to oppose you here, and we're going to go with the Schizofennecs here. I'll go Schizofennecs in a good old 4 as well, just because the Penn Fighting Hamster combo, obviously they have a lot of chem together, and Fighting Hamster is just so consistent. So that's going to be my prediction. Opposite team, but same game count. So we'll see how it goes as we start off early here. Looks like some cameras are messed up, so I'm going to get those figured out. And I guess, what are some things that you're looking forward to going into this week 1 with these two teams?
Yeah, I'm really looking to see how Mitch fits in this team. I think Fighting Hamster and Penn have a really good playstyle for someone to slot into, but Mitch has a really, what's the word? He's difficult to play with sometimes if he's a bit ball chasey. I'll be blunt. He moves really fast, he uses a lot of boosts, gets a few demos, but he's not staying in one spot or he's not always where he needs to be. That's my only concern with this World team. I think they're the current best team in the division before having even seen them played, but that's my concern with them. And for Schizophennecs, I want to see what the Boom has in him. It's his first week in DCRL. I want to see him pop off. And, ooh, heroics on the goal line. Oh my goodness, I thought that was a goal for sure. What in the world?
No, I don't know how they managed to get that save. Obviously, they managed it by, via pitch. But, no, I couldn't agree with you more. One thing I do kind of want to see, I know I had mentioned earlier, Styles. He can be very, very good. He has a very high ceiling mechanics-wise. But I haven't really seen too much of that crazy stuff coming out from him recently. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what Styles can do going into this game number 1. And obviously, we've seen him in Div A, so we know that he can really hang up with the big guys, aka you and a few others. But I'm hoping he can kind of bring out those mechanics, considering he should have technically a little bit more room when coming out of this Div B section. But you see Fighting Hamster almost getting a nice little shot on him, but Styles just camping on the goal line, able to put that one away.
That was a great shot and a better save and a few misses on the goal line. I was scared for a second there. But Boom with a great dunk. Mitch kind of left his last one. This could be really awkward. Trying to get one touch around Styles, and Styles is there to keep it out of danger. And the Boom gonna try to get one over Hamster, but Hamster and Mitch get a very nice touch to get out of their half.
Fighting Hamster a little awkward off the sidewall. Daryl going for a Boom shot here. Doesn't quite get that one to go. Mitch is there, knocks this one away. Boom gonna pop this one high, but Fighting Hamster is there, clearing it back over to Styles. Styles up, almost gets a crazy redirect. We see a double commit coming out from the WHIRL side of things here, and we see a great pass mid, and Daryl just waiting there, camping, getting Schizophennecs first on the board.
You know, that's a great team play to kind of break the ice in your season. That was a beautiful pass by the Boom. And, I mean, just a great shot. I don't know, nothing else to add to that.
Say very, very textbook play. Nothing much else to say. Just straight up fundamentals. Straight up fundamentals, as they would say.
On God.
On God, indeed. But you see a nice little pressure here coming from Schizophennecs right after kickoff here. Almost a shot on for the Boom. Doesn't quite get it. Daryl just barely missing this ball. Styles demoed for his efforts. And I will say, prior to that goal, I didn't really see a lackluster offense or defense. The offense was putting up pretty good pressure on both sides of the field, but the defense was also making great, consistent saves. So I did like this game. It was a pretty standstill, kind of back and forth. Nothing really too boring, so to say, even though it was 0-0. But a minute and a half left. Fighting Hamster going to take over. Maybe going to pop up one up high here. Styles doesn't quite get the touch here. Almost goes in. Bounces off the crossbar, though. Shout out to the crossbar bonk. But the Styles looking to get some pressure here. Fighting Hamster with a shot on, but saved away by the Boom.
Yeah, the Boom really needs to get a good 50 here, and he does. Penn kind of bumps him into it. That's unfortunate. But Fighting Hamster, able to get a 50 center, but Penn can't find the touch, and that might just go in with Mitch with a diving save. But that's a great touch. And followed up by a not-so-great touch right back to center. The Boom throws one over the corner, and there's just no blue team here. Daryl is there, though, but can't find the touch on net. What a spawn. Holy crap, that was unfortunate for everybody involved. But Penn finally able to get it to his teammate. Daryl with a bit of a pre-jump, can't find it. Mitch slots it on the right side of the goal.
So I don't even know if he really beat our last defender there. It looked like Daryl was just pre-jumped a little bit too much, didn't quite read it. Almost got the flip jump there, but not quite in time for Mitch to just kind of maintain that aerial right off the ground, tying up the game with 44 seconds left. If there's a time you're going to do it, you might as well do it now. Styles reading this one off the sidewall. Daryl up off this other sidewall here. Boom tries to get a 50 with Penn, doesn't quite get it. Penn goes missing. Goodbye, Penn. Fighting Hamster camping out, low boost, almost a great challenge coming up from Mitch, but he goes missing. Penn looking a little bit awkward. He does make the save. 20 seconds left, 1-1. You see a little bit of offensive pressure here coming up from WHIRL. Let's see what they can do.
Yeah, Mitch getting around one, but Styles there with a great 50. Daryl needs to find a touch here. This could be dangerous, but there is no one on this orange team. Styles able to find a shot, but Mitch is back for the save. And Fighting Hamster's third man getting a nice pass up to Mitch, but Daryl will destroy with a great cutoff. And it's kind of going to just go center, but Penn with a very easy save. And he's not going to keep it up. And yeah, we're going to overtime game 1.
Indeed, can't complain about that. Here's we see the Boom going for some early pressure here. Gets a flick over one. Fighting Hamster awkward. And a quick finish to game number 1. Overtime. Schizofennecs looking really good.
Yeah, that's a great shot by the Boom. Right over Fighting Hamster, who's just a touch out of position. And you know, it'll end it early on in this OT.
Oh, I just muted myself. Yeah, I'll try to figure out some of this stuff up here. But yeah, I will say, I said earlier, I don't know why, but on my end of things, it's getting pretty laggy, so I'm very sorry. Some people it's laggy, some people it's not. But we'll figure that out eventually. But Schizofennecs winning this first one here, as you can see a little bit of scuffness there. But no, just really good overall offense and defense played by both teams. One team obviously able to capitalize on those individual like one-on-one plays a little bit better. But other than that, I think both teams did really good. And I mean, realistically, this series could go anyway.
Yeah, that's a great first game. I mean, there's nothing much you want to see out of a game. I mean, it's an OT, close game, a lot of shooting. No complaints here.
Indeed, as we go into match number 2 here, I'm just trying to mess with my mic settings, see if I can, maybe turn myself up just a little bit. But regardless, this is going to be a nice little shot on early, and a quick response coming out from game 1. Schizofennecs already lead.
Yeah, that's an incredible, nice play of the Boom once again with a great assist. Center Styles, great slot. This team is preaching just the consistent, like, not really getting mechanical, just kind of the fundamentals of this game, and it's working really well for them.
Indeed, you're Fighting Hamster going for a shot on. Doesn't quite get that one to go, though. Mitch on midfield here. Penn trying to get a shot on. Whoa, what a touch from Mitch. That one just a wheel shot straight up. Let's see, Fighting Hamster misses the challenge. Daryl going for the corner read. Doesn't quite get that one to go in his direction while Penn is there. Styles passing mid for the Boom. The Boom pops this one straight up in front of the world net. You see Daryl going for another shot here. Fighting Hamster looping back around. Doesn't quite get a touch here. The Boom playing midfield. Penn able to put this one slightly into the Schizofennecs half. And we see another Schizofennecs pressure here.
Yeah, Daryl trying to keep this ball center. Fighting Hamster with a great touch right down to the Boom, who's kind of awkward with no boost, but he gets a nice touch. Daryl going for the skim, but Mitch very fast up to that ball. Styles gonna keep it in play, but Penn finally able to find a clear to Hamster. Can he find the slot? What a rip! Fighting Hamster top bins with some good power, and they tie it up.
Indeed. And I will say, just for stream purposes, I'm gonna see if I just change this little setting here really quick. We'll see if that changes the output at all. But no, a great tying goal coming out from WHIRL here. Exactly what they need. Let's see if they can just kind of capitalize on this momentum, get another one here. We see the Boom going up the corner. Penn on the defensive side of things. Tries to get a touch a little bit too far out away from himself. Doesn't get that one to go his way, but he's going to camp up at midfield. Does get a touch to Schizofennecs corner. The Boom going up the sidewall. Pops this one a little bit high for his own liking. Fighting Hamster. Maybe going to get the double here, but is blocked away by Daryl.
Yeah, the Boom with a great clear. Daryl with a short, kind of trying to chase, but can't find a touch. Penn gets a nice bump on the Boom. One touch center. Penn and Fighting Hamster both go. Fighting Hamster finally gets the touch, and Styles gets 50 by Mitch. This could be dangerous if Daryl can't find a touch, but he does. It's a great clear by Daryl.
Indeed. Nice little 50 at midfield here. Styles going up the sidewall. I think I just heard a horse boost. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's definitely Fighting Hamster. He has a horse boost or a horse engine sound, so you might hear a little sneak peek of that. But Fighting Hamster going for one himself. Doesn't quite get the greatest touch. Mitch is up, puts this one center. Penn up to follow, and bang! Penn finishes that one good. 2.5 minutes left.
Yeah, that's a phenomenal pass and shot by Mitch and Penn. The Boom just can't find the touch, and they're up 1 with 2.5 left in this game.
For sure, indeed, without a doubt. Any other ways to say, like, yes, that you know of? Other than yes or indubitably?
Indubitably.
Indeed.
For sure.
For sure. Faux shizzle, my nizzle. But Fighting Hamster going for a big Boom pass up here. Mitch, tactical whiff coming out from him. Styles off the backboard. Maybe going to put this one in the corner. Awkward touch from him, but does almost get it around Fighting Hamster. Daryl is up, puts this one on. Mitch drifting on the goal line. is able to knock this one away. 2 minutes and counting. Schizophennecs with the pressure here. We see a bump on goal. Penn maybe going to go for a read. Doesn't quite get that one put away. Fighting Hamster is on. Penn's going to take over for him. Does somehow manage to grab the boost. Off the corner. Maybe a center pass, but cleared away by the boom.
Yeah, Styles going to go up for this. Trying to get one touch to the backboard. Go for a double. Cannot find it. Mitch with a nice clear. Penn and Fighting Hamster kind of double committing, but Fighting Hamster able to get down in time. Styles going to try to go for something off this wall, but gets an unfortunate, awkward touch off the wall. Penn with a pass to Hamster. Hamster shot on net.
Oh,
Daryl
no.
Destroyer with an unfortunate touch, but Mitch can't find it. Mitch, no. He wants that back. Fighting Hamster trying to stay in the play, but leaves with third man. Penn getting one nice touch center, but Daryl and the boom able to find the clear.
I will say, I don't know if you saw that. Mitch didn't just whiff it completely. He was bumped into the touch, and he just so happened to be very, very close regardless. So, either way, that was an insane defensive standing by Schizophennecs. But Mitch, with a minute left, tries to put this one near Schizophennecs. Doesn't quite get that one to go. Fighting Hamster shot on the boom. Doesn't quite get that one in time here. Styles off the backboard. Fighting Hamster still hanging up in the front of the field here. Goes for a boom. The boom goes for a clear. Penn off the corner. Maybe going to go for a little skimmer read. Daryl takes advantage of this one. Tries to put it away, but Penn keeps pressure on.
Styles trying to get a nice touch out. Fighting Hamster with a very good 50. Daryl needs to keep this close, but Mitch able to find a touch. Penn not able to find one here. The boom has a chance. Boostless Fighting Hamster in net, but there is no second man. Mitch goes missing. Styles with a shot. Mitch able to recover. The boom needs to keep it in this corner to keep pressure. Does not find a touch center, but Daryl will take it a 50 by Hamster, and that's going to be a clear. Daryl can't really turn on this right away, and with 10 seconds left, they're going to be a miracle here.
Indeed, Daryl up off the corner here. Fighting Hamster looking for a center pass. Does get it, but nobody is there to finish and capitalize for WHIRL, but that doesn't really matter. Here's you see Styles and the boom going for a pinch goal here. Styles, I don't know how he managed to keep that one in the air. The boom going for a center pass. Is there third man there? That was going to drop. Styles with no boost can't catch up to it in time, and WHIRL is going to tie this series up at once.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great response. Last game they got outshot, I believe it was 10-6, and now they outshoot them 10-4 or 8-4. Math is hard. Great response by WHIRL.
Yeah. That's what you want to see there, folks. A nice little response tying that series back up. But no, it was good. I'm surprised that the clips are still playing because half of them shouldn't have really clipped. But we might just see one go over and over and over again. But regardless, no, great comeback from the WHIRL side of things, obviously tying this series up here. We're going to hopefully get into this next game as soon as somebody readies up. I'm not sure who it would be, but somebody needs to ready up here. Swamp Donkey.
I was thinking.
Thinking how to get back into the Rocket League tab. Silly goose. These very important individuals are trying to get onto Game 3. I really hope I didn't join the wrong thing. Sick. We're good. We are so okay. But kicking off game number 3 here. Yeah. I don't know. This one could go either way. I'm staying by my terms. I wish I could change the match count to like 5, because I feel like this will go 5 now, but who knows? Maybe Schizophennecs turns this one around, gets 2 straight, or, you know, who knows? Maybe WHIRL does. The world may never know.
Yeah, who knows? Either way, Penn with a great pinch. The boom finds a touch, and Penn gets one nice touch center. Fighting Hamster can't find the shot. Styles getting a very good flip, and this is just awkward all around. Styles with a very nice catch on the goal line, and trying to get it out with a little bit of a team bump. This could be an open net if Daryl can find a shot, but unfortunately cannot. The boom, oh my goodness. Mitch just bumped the boom into his team that had an open net shot, and that's just unfortunate all around.
Yes, indeed, you see Fighting Hamster maybe getting a little clear here. He's going to play up, maybe waiting for a pass from Penn. This one's going to be almost the waterfall straight down. Penn going for another read. Doesn't quite get that one to go. Mitch with a shot on. Double commit coming out from the Schizophennecs defense. Unfortunately, Fighting Hamster was kissed by Mitch on the way up there, so none of them really made a good touch. Penn just hovering up by the wall here. Almost gets a great shot on. I don't know if you saw, but he was pretty much levitating above that sidewall. Didn't quite get his wheels back down there, but the boom, gonna get a nice 50 here. It is unfortunately a low boost, does get the fake. Fighting Hamster is there to catch. Penn is gonna be patiently waiting back here, waiting for an offensive possession coming up from Schizofennecs, and his patience is rewarded by a save.
Yeah, Mitch trying to get the ball downfield. The boom off in the corner, finds a touch over one. Fighting Hamster has a lot more space now that the boom just cleared Styles. Daryl the Destroyer with a very nice touchdown field, giving Hamster the ball, though this could be dangerous. Penn not able to find the bump, and the boom getting the clear out. That's a great pass, but the boom not able to get power on it. Mitch trying to get it clear and does. Styles not able to find a touch in the corner. Daryl gets dunked by Mitch. This could be dangerous if Daryl can't find a touch, and he can't. But there's no second man for this WHIRL team again.
Indeed, the boom maybe going to go for a double here. Almost a pinch coming up from the Schizofrennecs side. Styles looking a little bit awkward here, but he is able to get up, puts this one to the sidewall. Mitch able to get a good challenge. This one's going to stall at mid. The boom putting this one high up the corner. Fighting Hamster has to make an awkward touch here. Now it's going to be put to the opposite side, and Schizofrennecs, Daryl puts this one away.
That is a fantastic read by Daryl, waiting just long enough to get around the team, and Fighting Hamster could not find the touch. And once again, this team, Schizofrennecs, goes up one early on. It's kind of early on, halfway. I don't know.
It's below halfway, therefore it is not early on. So it is
late on.
Late on, yeah, late on.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Late on these nuts. Anyway, Schizofrennecs. Styles almost gets a nice little upside down flickaroo there. The boom gonna go for a psycho. Doesn't hit it though, even remotely close. But the boom is gonna recover. Pops this one up to himself. Tries to get a touch around Fighting Hamster. Goes for the fake low, but Fighting Hamster able to play this one. Fighting Hamster stays on here. Tries to get a touch around one. Does. Penn almost gets an insane dunk attempt. Unfortunately, he is not quite LeBron yet.
Now, this is a quote of all time. The boom going for a double tap. Cannot find it. Daryl getting one touch to the corner or to the wall by Fighting Hamster is there. This could be dangerous if Penn can beat Styles the ball, but he cannot. Styles with a great touch gets over Penn. The boom with a touchdown field. Fighting Hamster left alone in the corner. Daryl with one touch center. Styles with a shot not on net, and the boom tries to finish it but cannot. Penn with a nice clear downfield, but it kind of just throws the ball away. Styles can chip over Hamster. Mitch up as well. That's past two of them. Penn is last alone in the 3v1, but he finds the clear. That's a fantastic play by Penn.
Indeed, nice little high clear ball. Will relieve a lot of that defensive pressure that they were being put in. But Penn up the corner, looking a little bit awkward. He has all the boost in the world. Mitch going for a nice little shot here. Unfortunately, he doubles it away from the net. Daryl going up, goes for a center pass. Is anybody there? The boom reads that a little bit too eagerly. Instead, just kind of hits that one straight up for Mitch to catch. Penn is on, going for a boom himself. Daryl beats Penn to the ball. The boom putting this one in the corner here. Let's see what Mitch does. Same thing he did last time, just kind of slams it and doubles it against the wall. Shout out Mitch. Fighting Hamster gonna try to get a 50 with Daryl, and he does.
The boom trying to pinch out, but Fighting Hamster able to read it. Penn gonna beat them to this ball. Styles with one great touch to the corner. With 10 seconds left, they just need to hold on. Daryl with a very good clear downfield. Fighting Hamster has to kind of hit it high. And with 8 seconds left, they need a good pass in there. This could be it, though. Styles with a great beat. And Mitch not able to collect with 2 seconds left. He finally gets it out. I thought that was an own goal. But the ball is still up. The game's not over. The boom, or triple commit out of Schizofrennecs, but it kind of works. Fighting Hamster finally cannot follow. And game 3 goes to Schizofrennecs.
Indeed, Schizofrennecs looking very, very good there in the second half. Obviously just capitalizing on all those opportunities that they were given. Unfortunately, only one of them really went through, but I will say WHIRL looking very good on defense. Obviously, the saves don't really say too much there, but I'd say both of these teams are very consistent with pretty much everything they do. It's just a matter of, okay, with these kind of wonky touches or potential shots, which one can really get just left or right of the crossbar? Because if you don't get left or right of the crossbar, you're hitting the backboard. So, I guess going into this game at number 4, I would like to see a lot more, kind of haymaker offensive style here instead of just kind of passive capitalize off of, their offensive errors. Obviously, capitalizing on offensive errors is always good, but I like to see a little more haymaker play style here for both these teams.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of low-scoring games with a lot of shots, to be fair. I mean, there's 12 shots in that last game. But either way, Schizophennecs can close it out here, or WHIRL can keep their hopes alive in this Week 1 game. The Boom gets a great touch over one, but Mitch finds a very good 50. Styles is going to try to stay on this, but Mitch can't find the touch. Styles has Hamster in a pretty awkward spot. Finds one touch high, but Hamster able to read it and get the ball out. Do go for a pinch here. And off a little awkward double clip by Mitch, it's going to kind of be dangerous. The Boom able to find the clear. Mitch throwing it way over the net. No possible shot there. And Penn able to beat out the Boom. Daryl is really awkward here. Penn can't find the shot, though.
Sorry, you caught me mid-sip of Dr. Pepper because always got to have that strap on me. Pause.
Yeah, SDP, sipping Dr. Pepper.
Oh, God, new club name. But Penn playing the Boom's touch. He's going to read this one off the sidewall. He does get a 50. Styles going to play on the other side of the field here. Can he get a good skim? Tries to go for the pre-flip. Unfortunately, he is beat out. Mitch moves to the corner here. Calculated touch from the Boom. Daryl is on. Put this one in the corner. Styles is going to have an offensive opportunity here. Decides to pass it to the Boom. The Boom is going to be up. This one might just be a double attempt here. Penn looking a little bit awkward. Touchdown and around. Daryl on to capitalize. And Daryl puts this one away. Getting Schizophennecs first on the board in game number 4.
How did... Oh, that's how the Boom got the assist.
I didn't even see that.
I was going to say, that was a nasty pass by Styles, but the Boom with a squishy skim... I don't even think he changed the trajectory of the ball, but either way, that was just a good team play all around. Styles with a great touch center. And once again, the Schizophennecs goes up 1 early on in this game. Oh, never mind.
Palindrome. Palindrome for those who care. Shout out that. But no, quick response coming out from WHIRL. Just fighting Hamster, putting this one off the backboard, catching the defense just the slightest bit awkward, and tying this game up with still plenty of time left.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of game left to be played. I don't know. Nothing much more to say so far. More of the same. Just a little bit of a passive play by this WHIRL team, and it happened to work out there.
Indeed. It's when you're most lost at what to say is when the more words. Damn. 50 over to WHIRL side. I don't know what I'm trying to say. You go. I'm in the same boat. This is a game of all time right now.
Mitch immediately the bump on the Boom, and what a pinch out by those two players. I don't even know who the two was. Penn trying to find a touch, can't find it. This could be dangerous. Daryl getting one touch center, but Penn able to follow, gets it around 1. Daryl bumps 1, but is going to have to beat out Mitch, but he can't. Fighting Hamster with one touch center, that could be on net. The Boom able to find the save. Penn gets dunked. This could be open if the Boom has speed. He cannot find the center though. Mitch with a very good touch to the outside, probably going to bang it downfield here, but a good 50 by the Boom, and we're once again, this could be dangerous. Daryl trying to find the touch center off the corner, finds one out. The Boom not quite close enough, probably shouldn't have been close enough, but it could have worked there. The Boom with a bang downfield, that's going to hit ceiling and go down. This could be awkward, but Fighting Hamster with a great read. Styles trying to keep it in and gets demoed for his efforts. Daryl the Destroyer with a shot center, and a very good clear off the backboard for WHIRL.
Indeed, nice little Penn coming out from 1 there. We see Styles just barely missing here. Oh, the Boom went for the fake, but didn't quite get it.
W fake.
I was going to say,
fake. I like that.
Great attempt. Good idea. 2,000 IQ.
I like what I'm seeing there.
I like what I'm seeing. See, to the untrained eye, this might be a great play, but to any eye, it is a great play indeed. But the Boom goes for 1. Mitch trying to get a shot on, doesn't quite get that one to go. Daryl's going to pinch this one out center. Daryl, maybe what?
So are you high? What are you saying today?
Hardly anything. My mind is fried.
So much and yet nothing at all.
Yeah, so suffering.
Oh my god!
Damn! Damn! Damn!
What a play! I was too busy yapping. Oh my goodness, watch this pass from the Boom. Bang! Oh my goodness, that was almost so sick.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Oh my!
My brain is only working so fast at a time. I had to wake up earlier, was not vibing. Words have been very difficult for me today, so thank you to tell... Dude, you go. I can't right now. Oh my God.
With a 1-goal lead, able to find a touch out. Fighting Hamster with a bang center. This could be really dangerous. Shot down on net. No one able to find it, but no one is there to follow up. Styles with a tactical backflip. Finds a flick over one. Penn and Fighting Hamster pinch it. That's going to go straight down. Danger. But Mitch cannot find the shot. Styles with a bit of time. Gets one to the side while Fighting Hamster. The center. Penn should be there with a shot on net. Penn slots it. Top bins.
Sorry, I had to react a little bit there. But Penn.
We knew Penn was coming.
Yes, we knew Penn was coming hard. These boys is coming. If you know, you know. But please break it down. Pass from the corner. Penn shoots and scores. That nice little 50 coming up from Mitch. What a pool shot! Almost a pool shot, not quite. Daryl, 30 seconds left, doesn't get anything there.
Yeah, you know, we paid $90 a month for internet. You'd think it'll work, but
hardly.
We are on 4 FPS. I'm watching the stream. It's bad.
Is it? Okay.
The boom. Yeah, it's not good. The boom with a touch center right to Fighting Hamster. Styles able to get a good 50 though. Penn gonna try to make magic happen with 0 boost in the corner. The boost is there now. Penn can get it. He has space with boost. But the boom with a pitch.
Oh no!
A dunk. Is that gonna go in? Oh, on the goal line. It's like season 1 Atlanta all over Cripplify. But as it shouldn't have the first time, it does not go in. And Penn in overtime trying to extend their game with a shot. Daryl with a save. Mitch can't find it. Oh my goodness. The boom able to get a bump on a Hamster. Mitch with one of the corners. Styles gonna take his time with a nice pass to Daryl. Daryl gets 50. Boom trying to find a touch but cannot. Styles able to get around 2, but Penn bumps him for his efforts. The Mitch able to find 1, but Styles with a great dunk. And a team pinch. This could go straight down and roll. Nope, it's not rolling. I can't read. I'm a literate gentleman. Penn with a bit of space and boost now with a lucky spawn. Styles gets bumped, and Penn trying to find a touchdown center. Cannot find it. Fighting Hamster gets 1 center. Mitch is not quite there. Daryl and Styles able to find a nice little pinch bump downfield. Penn gonna keep control. Gets bumped. Gets dunked by the boom. Daryl with 1 touch high. This could be dangerous. Fighting Hamster with a great touch. Good speed by Hamster.
Styles gonna go for a little solo play himself. The boom playing patient. Gets a demo on Mitch for his efforts. Penn maybe with a shot on Daryl. Needs to get a touch, and he does. Styles takes over that great save touch coming up from Daryl. The boom is playing on. Daryl still back on defense. Penn going for a shot here. Styles able to loop back around, getting the save here. And we just see unrelenting offense. Possession there coming up from WHIRL. You see Penn looking a little bit awkward. Gets a save out the crossbar. What a bounce. And this is going to be cleared back over to SCHIZOFENNECS half.
Yeah, the boom trying to follow up on his touch. Penn is close behind. Doesn't find a really good bump. The boom able to keep this ball with boost. Fighting Hamster gets the corner and finally finds a 50, but Daryl is going to be able to follow this up. Get a touch center. Penn on low boost. Needs to just bang it downfield. Let Hamster find a touch. Hamster does. That's a great touch by Hamster, too. Penn trying to make magic happen on 0, but Mitch dives in. Hamster's last alone with boost. Boom kind of fakes him out, but Hamster able to get a very nice touch out to the corner.
Daryl looking a tiny bit awkward from that pass from the boom. Styles is up. This could be a little bit dangerous. Mitch able to get a 50. This one's going to bounce perfectly mid, but Daryl able to loop around there, get a nice little touch back over the WHIRL's half. Sorry, I'm burping. Jesus. We see almost a double commit coming up from SCHIZOFENNECS. Daryl going to turn. He's going to maintain his possession. Penn gets a nice little 50. Mitch also almost bumped. Styles with some offense here. Gets a double off the corner here. Is anyone there? The boom is, but blocked away by Penn.
Yeah, Daryl on last man here. Penn trying to take his time, but kind of runs out of boost. And Styles able to come in for support, finds a nice touch to the wall. Mitch going to try to bang at center. Finds a touch, but Daryl able to collect. Fighting Hamster cannot find a touch on Daryl. The boom is there. Penn and Hamster both there to defend. And Hamster able to get a very nice 50. Styles and Penn 50. Daryl should be here for this. Is he going to chip it up? No, he's going to bang it downfield. Hamster cannot find the touch. Daryl finds the shot. Daryl ends it in 4.
Yeah, it's just very awkward defense coming out from WHIRL. Unfortunately, Fighting Hamster, like I said earlier, the most consistent player in Div B, doesn't get that consistency enough. and Schizophennecs are able to take this 1-4. And again, sorry for the stream stuff. I'm trying.
It's a slideshow.
It's slideshow at this point, no biggie. But
I don't even know if
we'll
they can
figure that
hear
out
us
soon.
well. I don't know if it's just the video or if it's the audio too.
Who knows? But we'll figure it out soon enough. Maybe.
Either way, I know ball. I said 3-1.
You did.
No, I didn't. I said
I
Whirl
said-
3-1. You said you know ball. You said Schizo 3-1.
Did I?
I said I voted for Schizo. Yeah, I'm backwards. You know ball. I know nothing.
Oh. Okay. I kind of forgot what I voted for, Loki, because I just say stuff sometimes, especially today. But without further ado, we're going to get these guys in here. How is it going, Schizophennecs? Obviously, a nice little comeback, so to say, win there after losing, I want to say, the first one to WHIRL, maybe?
No. Game 2 they lost.
Game 2 they lost? Oh, how dare you. Never mind. I revoked my statement. But for week 1, and you're undefeated. Almost perfect undefeated. Almost a perfect sweep. But what are the vibes like going into and, I guess, exiting week number 1 here?
Oh, we're feeling pretty good right now. Yep.
Yep, very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yep.
Very good.
Look at this team, PR trained. My goodness, they don't want to mess
Yeah.
up. But I guess I'll shoot this first one over to Styles. Obviously, you've had some experience in Div A, also obviously some experience in Div B. Do you think, obviously, I shouldn't say that. Obviously, having that experience in Div A will definitely greatly benefit you during this season and being a captain for these Schizophennecs guys and your team here. Is there anything that you kind of anticipated going into this season? Like, hey, just let me cook, or are you going to try to get these guys integrated as much as possible?
I want to get these guys in a good position as possible. I kind of said that last game I was like third man, basically all of overtime, letting these guys cook and do their thing. I mean, they're just passing to each other and it was working out. So, I mean, I can't complain at all there.
For sure. I guess I'll shoot this next one over to the Boom. I'm not sure exactly what your team does yet, being it's only week 1, and I'm not sure if you guys really even know what you do, especially when you go or tied up in the series like that. Obviously, you lost that second game. What was the conversation that you guys had going into the next 2 games? Just to kind of fix everything up, fix those rotations, fix those shots. Anything specific said, or was it just kind of like ignore that last one that didn't really happen?
I think we kind of were just ignoring the last one that happened. I think we were all still pretty confident in our abilities to get the next 2. Just obviously fix whatever little mistakes, little missed rotations we made, but we were pretty confident the whole series.
Fair enough. I guess Swamp Donkey, you have any questions for these guys?
Yeah, I want to pull out an Isaac strat. Okay. So, do you guys prefer sinks or dishwashers?
Dishwashers all day.
Why do you wash your hands in a dishwasher? Weird.
It's more clean. You don't got to do it all. Like, you don't have to do any movement. You can just hold it under there and it cleans it for you.
Valid.
I'm just lazy, I guess.
Valid. But I guess other than stealing my mojo here, Eric, do you want to say anything else before we
No,
let
I
these
got
guys
nothing
go?
else for you guys.
Okay. Well, before I send you guys off, I do have one more question, not Rocket League related. If 2 tiny turtles tried to tie 2 tied tights, why did the toaster borrow a ladder on Tuesday?
Good answer.
Good.
Probably because his phone was dead, I'd say.
Fair?
Yeah.
Fair? Which one said that? Was that Styles or was that the Boom?
That's Boom.
That was Boom. Styles and Daryl, you have any input, or you just going with the phone charger culprit?
I think you needed a phone charger.
Yep.
Blood
Going
need
with
up.
what my captain says.
Fair enough. Well, you heard it here first, folks. Always blame the phone charger. But again, good
Wash your
job.
hands in the dishwasher.
Wash your hands in the dishwasher as well. But no, good job on the week 1 win, guys. Did what my team couldn't week 1, so shout out me. And hopefully we can see you in more of these winners interviews throughout the season, man.
You know, Isaac, I don't think it's your fault. You're on K-Tool's team. They're 0-5.
Oh,
It's
God,
it's
dude.
cooked.
Oh, God.
If
Okay.
you're struggling this season, just thank whatever you believe in that you're not on K-Tool's team.
Yes.
That's all.
Okay. Well, see you later, guys. Thanks for joining. We're gonna
Yep,
shoot back to
thank you.
casters. That was it.
See ya.
Okay. Now that we're back to us, decent stream. Again, very sorry about the laggy, whatever, crappy poo-poo stuff. We'll try to figure that out before I stream next time, if there is going to be a next time, because this stuff sucks. I'm kidding. No. I'll try to figure it out, make sure that we don't have as scuff of a stream, but I literally booted up everything for the first time probably an hour ago. So, very last minute, too,
Yeah.
so there wasn't really time to figure stuff out.
I don't think an extra hour would have fixed it. I don't know what the deal is with your video quality, but apologies
I don't know.
there. If it's not an Isaac stream, it'll be better. If it is an Isaac stream, hopefully it's better. Who knows?
Yeah. We'll see. Quick flex for the cam. Hopefully that skipped a frame or two so that people didn't see that. But regardless, that is it for tonight. Just one little stream for the weekend so far. I don't know if there's going to be anything tomorrow or not. I haven't really looked at the scheduling, but if there is, tune in. It'll be fun. It'll be awesome. But I guess unless you don't really have anything to say, I'm going to go through my spiely poo. I take the shaky heads as no, not epilepsy, so to say. Shout out to all my epileptic folk out there. But join the, all the socials down there: Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Dakota Collegiate RL. That's where we post a bunch of fun stuff for you guys. Epic Creator Code, DCRL. Use it. Please do. Helps us in the back end of things. And obviously, if you haven't yet joined the Discord, it's totally free, totally fun, totally awesome. You don't need to be a player to join. It's just a fun little place to hang out and talk to other guys. That sounded really lonely, but regardless, you guys have a great night. Go watch the Super Bowl. Sammy D needs to win this one because the Vikings decided to trade him away. But regardless, everyone have a good night, and see you folks later. See you on the other side.